Welcome to Hypnosis Health Info. I'm Roger Moore. This morning on the ferry coming over from Bainbridge Island to Seattle to my office in downtown Seattle in the Medical Dental Building, was reading the comics on my BlackBerry and eating breakfast, and I got through with the comics and so I went to the New York Times and was kind of poking around there, and I was looking through the health section, and I got all excited about an article, a story that was actually posted yesterday, December 1st. And the title of the story is "In Month of Giving, a Healthy Reward." It says, when Cammie Walker of Los Angeles learned 3 years ago that she had multiple sclerosis, her health and her spirits plummeted until she got an unusual prescription from a holistic health educator. Ms. Walker, now 36, scribbled the idea in her journal, and though she dismissed it at first, after weeks of fatigue, insomnia, pain, and preoccupation with her symptoms, she decided to give it a try. The treatment and her experience with it are summed up in the title of her new book, 29 Gifts, How a Month of Giving Can Change Your Life. Ms. Walker gave a gift a day for 29 days. Things like making supportive phone calls or saving a piece of chocolate cake for her husband. The giving didn't cure her multiple sclerosis, of course, but it seems to have a startling effect on her ability to cope with it. She is more mobile and less dependent on pain medication. The flare-ups that routinely sent her to the emergency room have stopped, and scans show that her disease has stopped progressing. My first reaction was that I thought it was an insane idea, Ms. Walker said, but it has given me a more positive outlook on life. It's about stepping outside of your own story long enough to make a connection with someone else. And science appears to back her up. There's no question that it gives life a greater meaning when we make this kind of shift in the decision or in the direction of others and get away from our own self-preoccupation and problems. That's Stephen G. Post, Director of the Center of Medical Humanities, Compassionate Care and Bioethics at Stony Brook University on Long Island and co-author of Why Good Things Happen to Good People. But it also seems to be the case that there is an underlying biology involved in all this. An array of studies have documented this effect. In one, a 2002 Boston College study, researchers found that patients with chronic pain fared better when they counseled other pain patients, experiencing less depression, intense pain, and disability. Another study at the Buck Institute for Age Research in Nevada, California, also found a strong benefit to volunteerism, and after controlling for a number of variables, showing that elderly people who volunteered for more than 4 hours a week were 44% less likely to die during the study period. How giving can lead to mental and physical changes in health isn't entirely clear, although studies suggest that altruism may be an antidote to stress. A Miami study of patients with HIV found that those with strong altruistic characteristics had lower levels of stress hormones. By contrast, being self-centered may be damaging to health. In one study of 150 heart patients, researchers found that people in the study who had more self-references, those who talked about themselves at length or used more first-person pronouns, had more severe heart disease and did worse on treadmill tests. And like Ms. Walker, numerous people have reported feeling better after helping others. A 1988 Psychology Today article dubbed the effect the helper's high, analyzing 2 separate surveys of a total of 3,200 women who regularly volunteered. The article described a physical response from volunteering similar to the results of vigorous exercise or meditation. The strongest effect was seen when the act of altruism involved direct contact with other people. Ms. Walker says she now approaches daily giving as a crucial part of her treatment, just like regular medication. She has also found new purpose in her experience and started a website, 29gifts.org, that encourages giving to improve health. Giving for 29 days is not suggested as a cure for anything. Ms. Walker said, it's simply a coping mechanism and a simple tool you can use that can help you change your thinking about whatever's going on. If you change your thinking, you change your experience. Or as I would say, change your thoughts and you change the world. Dr. Post of Stony Brook agreed. To rid yourself of negative emotional states, he said, you need to push them aside with positive emotional states, which is very much what we do with hypnosis. And the simplest way to do that is to just go out and lend a helping hand to somebody. I was just so thrilled and so excited to read this article, because one of the things that I've noticed over the years in working with people that come in with chronic pain, with rheumatoid arthritis, that are recovering from cancer, or any one of a number of diseases and illnesses, even depression and stress and anxiety and dealing with obesity, is that often, and it's just natural that when we're in pain, physical or mental or emotional, that we get very self-centered and very focused on the pain, and it becomes very much about us because we're trying to cope and we really don't seem like we have the energy to do anything else. And what I've noticed is that when I've tasked people in the past, give them a task to do, such as going out and volunteering, or making a daily phone call to a friend and offering them an encouraging word, or coaching somebody else and at letting go of the weight as they're working at their own weight release program, or talking with somebody about their physical pain, whatever the task might be. I've noticed that the clients come back, the very next week and for weeks following, and have had remarkable progress and change in how they're feeling and in their attitude and overall mental and emotional well-being and outlook on life. And yesterday in my Bainbridge Island office, working with a man that's in chronic pain, a lot of back pain and hip pain, and I had suggested to him that he go to the food bank at least one day a week for a few hours and volunteer, or find some volunteer activity. And it actually had suggested that the week before, and yesterday we were talking about it, and he had gone out and had started volunteering actually through his local church and through their food bank, and in 1 week he sat there and he said, I felt better this week. I've had more energy. I've been just waking up feeling better and not as depressed, and so I gave him the task of continuing to do daily giving, daily work, whether one day a week it's going out and volunteering through his church, or whether it's calling somebody that's ill, or just doing something special for his wife or one of his children or grandchildren, whatever it might be, but to do a gift of giving. And it may just be a phone call of, hi, how are you, and I'm thinking of you, and getting a dialogue going that way. So I encourage you to take a look at these websites and the 29 gifts, and also to start giving. And yes, it's Christmas, it's the holiday time, and it's the season of giving, but start doing it 365 days a year, where you step outside of yourself, and that you give a gift, whether it's just a positive word, a smile, whether it's a phone call, whatever it might be, but do something special for somebody. Give of yourself. And I'd love to hear about the power of healing that has for you. So please make a comment on my blog post or on YouTube, or send me an email and let me know. Anxious to hear about this. So give a gift. I'm Roger Moore, and this is Hypnosis Health Info.